Okay. Let's see. Are we back? Doesn't look like there's any data coming through. Is it coming up? Okay. There we go. I think we're back up. Strength. Yes. Okay, good. Looks like everything's back. Oh my goodness. That was ridiculous. So the game crashed and then it shut down everything and it just completely blew away everything we were doing. So let's go for this again here. And okay, so what we were doing before we got interrupted was we were going for the Master Spine's ice and the Bloody Snow ice to go for a bayonet running through here, since Ice Pierce is the best way to go through here. And again, we have just enough I-cord to go ahead and get off this shot, and that kills her in one shot. Welcome back, Rivers. And when we do a charge shot like that, we get a lot more. Whoa, I missed. Uh-oh. Shooting her with snowballs seems to work out pretty well. Okay.
I see a place we might be able to get up to.
And this guy, if we get a backstab on him, nope. But we have really good damage otherwise, so we cannot go for a shot on her. So we'll go for I-core drain and hopefully get a backstab. Here we go. Okay. So hopefully the game holds out here and we don't get rudely interrupted again. There we go. We'll just shoot him in the face, even though that costs us 12 I-core. Okay, so you can hear me again, Rivers, and everything's running. Okay, let's go ahead and try and get a backstab on her. Apparently, there we go. There's the backstab. Okay, so sorry about the technical difficulties there. Like I said, just nothing I knew what to do with that. Okay, but at least we're back, and we'll get through the Ashen Cavern here.
That's a solid start.
And this one, oh, we didn't want that one. We wanted. Okay, let's get a backstab so we can get 9 I-core back. Or yeah, 9. Okay, and let's continue on here. Remember, Ice and Pierce is our bread and butter through here. Now, since we have 5 and we need 6 to actually execute a charge attack, we have to wait until we get above 6. So we have 6 now, so we can get at least 2 shots off now. Let's go for it. I was gonna go for a drain if we could. Maybe get this guy. Okay, and we'll get a shot on her. Almost killed. That's good. And maybe we can get a drain. Nope, we'll just get a kill. Okay. So that's why the drain or the Bloody Snow is actually pretty good, because it does quite a bit of damage during a charge shot. However, the fact of the matter is that let's get a launch attack. So that'll give us some I-core, and then we can get another one as soon as she gets up. Nope. Okay, let's get a shot. And another shot. There we go. Now the regular snowballs, they don't do particularly well unless they are buffed. So that's kind of the problem that we have with the regular snowballs that we shoot.
Be careful around the rocks.
Okay, and let's go for, let's see here.
That's
Let's go for more damage.
Be sure to flank.
Oh, not enough I-core. Okay, so we're gonna run over this way, so we have some room to play with our blood veil. the big boy. Get a shot on him. That'll make him want to encourage him to attack us. But then we can get a backstab, get our bunch of ichor back from this guy. And we won't lose any of our gifts that we have. And it looks like Louis cleaned up everything else there for us, so that's good.
It's quite
Pick up
valuable.
a venom vaccine
Use
here
it well.
from the little slimies that were running underneath us here. Okay.
This terrain doesn't favor us.
And let's
This
go for backstab on this guy if we can get him. There we go. Okay. So since we can do massive amounts of ice pierce, 11,000. That's just crazy.
a lot of room to dodge.
And that's a kill. 12,000. Wow. That's really good damage.
You exceeded my expectations.
Thanks, Louis. So that's the whole thing that we're trying to go for, since
A lot of space
the Gilded
here, huh?
Hunter is weak to Ice Pierce. This will give us ample coverage to be able to go against him. Whoa! She was waiting for us. Now let's get a backstab and kill. And that's the great thing about having our backstabs in such a good way, is that we can pretty much, well, one backstab kill any of the guys in here. Okay, this guy's dead. Now where's this guy? Okay, let's give him some encouragement to go down. Okay, so now for this invasion, we'll see
Holding it together.
how we can do here against all these enemies, because we're going to need a lot of ichor, and we're going to need a lot of backstabs, and we're going to need a lot of dodging ability. So hopefully we can continue that forward here. So let's go ahead and get these. Now we have a pretty good range on this, as you see there. We can hit from very far across the map. Get a backstab here. Should kill. Yep, 11,000. That's good. So that's why the Bloody Snow, or the Master Spines, is very good for this area. And since we're paired with Louis, he gives us another stack of overdrive, which also helps our shots here. Seeing we lost ranged impact, so we couldn't quite kill those guys in 3 shots. But we'll go ahead and kill her, since next time we run around the corner, she won't be lurking. Okay, so
See something.
let's go ahead and get a drain, and this, and let's go for more stamina.
Thank you.
And go for dodging stamina. There we go. Okay. Now again, we're gonna need some heavy amounts of backstabs here. There's one. Okay. So if we get everybody lined up, we should go for a radiant barrel, as that will do us nicely. So let's back up here. For that guy. Okay.
Take them all down at once.
Oh boy. Oh. This is when it gets hard, is with all these crazy ladies here. We need to try and single them out one at a time. Comes this fine specimen. Back up here. Taking 2 of them on is suicide. There we go. Okay. But we're debuffed, so this is going to hurt big time. Need that backstab. There we go. Need to get a whole bunch of ichor here. And load up for when the hunters start coming in. Oh, man. That hurts. We definitely need those to hit, because that's 6 ichor that just disappears instantly. Okay. Oof. And Louis is dead. Or he's gangbanged over there. Ugh. So that is the problem with the Bloody Snow, is that it has a it does really good damage. but it has a
Went a little
massive
too hard,
ichor
huh?
pool requirement, which is why we go for something like what is this, Artemis here, as we can get considerable damage on our foes at at our distance. And look at that, that was just really good damage. And then when we use the charge attack, then we get the ice bonus available to us. But as soon as we get hit like that, we lose the 56% damage buff from the two stacks of overdrive. He didn't die. Okay, whatever. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this again here. This time with a little bit more awareness of what's going on. Okay. Got a backstab. So since these ladies are so skinny, it's really difficult to find where the backstab point is. So you're always trying to stagger them or do different things to try and to kill them quickly. Okay, so let's go ahead and let her swing. Okay, good. We got a backstab there. Alright. And we probably shouldn't be using that on her. We'll let Louis take the damage there for us. Okay, and we'll go ahead and shoot this spitter down. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and kill this lady across the way, as she gives us problems as soon as we come around the corner after we're done with the invasion here. So let's go for a gift extension,
That's
and
a solid
charge,
start.
and drains, and we'll go for the gummy pill so we can dodge better. Okay, who's the first customer here? There we go, good. Now the invasions don't always start the same. They have different enemies that spawn, so you just hope that you don't get the bad ones. There's the backstab. Oh man, sometimes it's just amazing how hard that is to get that going. Whoops. There we go. That is good. Oh good, this guy should be a kill. Yep. And if we get a backstab on her, she'll be a kill. There we go. Well, she won't now because we just lost our 56% damage. Yep. There we go. This'll kill. So the big guy's coming back. Oh, what? Oh no. Okay. My goodness. Okay. Okay, let's go for her. There we go, we got a backstab on her. Okay. Whew. Okay. Oh, what? Oh my goodness. The sneak attacks from the behind. Okay. Yeah, the positioning of your character gets a little goofy at times, especially since you're trying to see around different corners and such. Whoa.
Take this. This terrain doesn't favor us.
See, like that? That should have hit, but it didn't. So now we gotta deal with this Joker, and then we gotta deal with the other guys here behind him. Okay, we got a backstab. That's good. We have the 56% bonus buffs here going. Good. Now we lost the bonus. That's always an issue. But Harmonia is such a good blood code for running the Bloody Snow or running the Master Spines, since you get really good willpower, you get really good dex, and you get really good dark scaling that can couple into this.
That's
And when you're paired with the elements, again, we do massive drain attacks and backstab damage, which is great. Yeah, you and your inhibition. So annoying. Okay, we'll go ahead and get these going here. And then, well, I guess we'll just go ahead and attack these. Oh goodness. Even those spitters are just our worst enemies. Oh man. Did Louis kill this one? He did. Okay. So let's go ahead and get fully buffed here. Oh, good. And we have a little bit left over. And we'll go for a charge and a drain and an accelerator and a gummy pill. There we go. And go for a kill on her. Oh. Oh no. Okay, let's try and get a backstab here. There we go. I can't believe that the attack there didn't kill these guys.
Be sure they don't flank us.
No, one hurt. There we go. Got lucky on that. Oh, we got stabbed in the back by the big guy. Okay, so that should. There we go. We get a knockdown on her at least. Oh goodness. Good grief. Oh, and Louis inhibited. Of course. Let's drink some water. Okay, we'll get through it. We'll get through it. And the Gilded Hunter shouldn't be too bad for this, especially since we are going to just be running past, and every time we can dodge with him, we'll have pretty good stamina ability, and we'll also have really good damage versus him, since Ice Pierce is what he's weak to. Who are you fighting? No orange juice tonight. We're back to the water and inhibit. I agree. It is just the absolute worst damage, or the absolute worst debuff in the game. It's just killer for the player. I do have orange juice, but just not for tonight, unfortunately. It's just not for tonight. Maybe tomorrow. We'll have to see. Oh. I'd like to know where Louis went. But that's okay. Oh, he's just chilling here doing nothing. Okay. And let's go ahead and get ourselves buffed here. And we're definitely going to keep some Ichor for shooting. Alright. Let's go for the big guy. So that way we can back up and do some shots. Shots. Okay. Ow. Oh boy. Oh, good grief. Louis, what are you doing? What is Louis doing? Oh well. Okay, we almost had her. Almost
back.
had her. So close. Alright. So, we know the drill. We'll run past these fools. Dodge.
Always fall back when we do.
We're not falling back. We're not regrouping. Okay. So this is the problem with this, with the gun, is that it has pretty awful single shot damage. And even if you paired it with something like I-core efficiency, it would only remove one I-core from your potential use. And so it would only it would cost you 5 I-core instead of 6. But that is only 17% savings, whereas something like the Libertador is a massive savings of 50%. So it's not really a good buff to go for with the Bloody Snow. But you know, something like pairing with Louis here with overdrive and such, it does pretty well. So 1300, I mean, that's not really good damage at all. But it has fairly impressive range and fairly quick snowballs. And we are buffed with several buffs here to allow us the luxury of having actual damage.
Thank you.
Okay.
We're in good shape.
Yeah, we're in good shape for now, but as soon as we get going here, and the red lady shows up with the red, big red guy, we're screwed. I don't think I can get him back. Oh, there we go. He came out from behind the wall, which is good. Never seen this guy do a three-stroke combo. But okay. Okay. Get it back. Oh, this will be right in his face. Oh, right through his crotch. That sucks for him. Okay. Let's go for a backstab on her to get some room here. And then go for some shots on this guy.
That's it.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Louis, you just suck at reviving, don't you? Oh man. So since the Bloody Snow has zero stagger in the shots, it doesn't stop anybody in any of the attack animations in just the worst way. So we never have the opportunity or the ability to stagger any enemy ever, which is really difficult because when you're running around trying to get away from different guys, yeah, it's just the worst. All right, I think we've had enough of this invasion. We'll call this a fail. Okay, let's head on over to the missile. We can do invasions anytime we want. We're just not gonna do it right now, since this is the preferred way to go through. We'll get the missile here. We're already at 23 minutes, and we gotta beat the Gilded Hunter before 30 minutes. Okay, let's get our presents. Louis giving us lots of books. How nice.
That's it.
So that's as good of a stagger as we can get is against the little spitters, which is nothing. Okay, we got a backstab on her right through the back. That's very good. Okay, and then we'll get a backstab on her. I think. There we go. Okay, and that should be a near kill. Okay, that was a kill. Good. Well, so too bad on the invasion there, but we'll see how we do against the Gilded Hunter here. We'll definitely keep charge going. We'll keep all of this going. So
That's a
this
solid start.
no book to reviving? No. Okay, so we'll go for a charge, and this, and dodging. so that way we're using less stamina.
Where to get started?
Yeah. Okay. Good grief. That stagger. And there we go. Oh. There we go. Got some good damage in there. We're dead. Oh, we moved to the side. Okay. Okay, let's go for some more snowballs. Let's go for ranged impact. Okay, we hit him with a snowball. Definitely gonna need some more damage here on him. Okay. And go for a radiant barrel. I did not see that coming. And since Louis sucks at reviving, he just stands around. No, there's no book on reviving for Louis. No, he just, you know, he just doesn't know how to push that button
find a
to
tactic that
revive
solves our
me.
problem.
So, I don't know. I guess we'll work on that with him. Maybe we'll have to go back to home base and, you know, kind of discover his other abilities, since apparently reviving is not one of them. Maybe he doesn't have modest offering or restorative offering. Maybe he took those off for more damage. Who knows? But we have a pretty considerable damage here against the hunter. If he stands still for half a second, then we can go ahead and get some snowballs into him.
Got your back. Thank you.
Thanks, Louis. You say that, but then you end up not doing anything. So I'm not really sure to believe you or not. Okay, and go for this, and we'll head on in. Where is he? There we go. Get some snowballs. 8,700 is not bad. Whoa. Hey, look at Louis. Oh, good grief. So, yeah, our charge time leaves us standing. I guess he did find the button for reviving. But we didn't capitalize on that at all, unfortunately.
How do you feel?
Alright, let's get another drink of water. Okay. And so the bloody snow coupled with Artemis is a good combination for it. There are other blood codes that you can run that are Dex and willpower, obviously, like Orion and a couple others. But what is this?
What's that?
Oh my goodness, my brain just stopped. I just completely lost it. Artemis, my goodness. Artemis is a very good blood code that comes with the regular game, so it can be something that you know, anybody can pick up. However, the Master Spine and Bloody Snow are from DLC 2 and DLC 3, compared with
That's a solid
Radiant
start.
Barrel. So that's kind of a bummer
Alright.
there, but it is what it is. Alright, let's go ahead and get ourselves buffed here a little bit. I guess go for some Ichor. Okay. What? I did 2 shots, and he's just sucking at any kind of reviving. He just stands around the whole time. He's revived me once this entire stream. Oh man, what a guy. What a guy. Okay,
I'm glad you're okay.
thanks. it has really poor regular attack, which is kind of unfortunate. It doesn't do. She's got the reach of a champion here. Okay. And see, we only do like 1,000 damage on strike, which is pretty poor, all things considered, compared to a lot of other weapons that we come across in the game. However, this being DLC material, you know, it's like you gotta try it. You gotta give it a fair run just to see how good it is and such. Okay, so let's not get hit here. Let's go for this and the charge. Okay, and charge.
We can do this. I know it.
No, we can't, Louis, because you don't know how to revive. Okay. And we can get another shot. Okay, we got 7. Go for more snowballs. Okay. Okay, good. Is he gonna buff? He is gonna buff. Okay, so let's go for gummy peel. Oh, time that. Okay, Louis, way to go. Health just doesn't mean anything at this point since we take one hit and we die. Whoa, where is he going? Oh, he healed me twice. Can you believe it? Where is he skating? Okay. And we'll get some ice here. We're definitely gonna need some different. Oh boy. Okay. Where's he going? Okay. Wow. Louis, look at you. Okay. Get a heal. Oh my goodness. Everything's a one-shot. And we have no I-core to heal, do we? Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. This is gonna be rough. Okay. Okay, let's heal. And let's dodge. Okay. Oh man, that was space barring my way to oblivion to no end. We almost had it though. Louis was doing his job at least that time. He must have found the page in the book.
We'll find a way forward.
Oh man.
Back on our defeats.
There we go. Okay. Alright. We were doing better there. Definitely got some more shots on it than we did in the previous attempts. Okay. Here we go. And we'll get a backstab on her. That was good. Good. Okay. Then we will dispatch her really quick. Yeah, was that funny,
ready?
Rivers?
Thank you.
Oh, man. Okay. Okay, and we'll get this and the gummy pill so we can dodge. Okay. Look at this guy. 1/3 of my health. Snowballs. 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 Alright, we got pretty good damage in there on him. Oh my goodness. And Louis is gonna. Oh, Louis! You legend. See, Louis? Oh my goodness. That charge attack that he does when he runs towards you like that, my goodness. It's so hard to dodge away from. I wonder if dodging towards him would be the most ideal in that kind of a scenario.
You're back.
Yeah, I'm back for the bajillionth time.
That's
Okay. Now that is the problem, is that we don't have any kind of real consistent damage that we can put out against this guy. It's mainly all just dodge around, get some shots, get some attacks, and then hope we don't die. There's no real, we can't block, we can't do anything to mitigate any of the damage that we go up against this guy with. So that is a huge part of our issue, which is obvious, but okay. I think we'll give up overdrive for now. And Radiant Barrel is not as effective here because we are not built specifically. Okay. See, now this part we can do fairly well. Oh man, all those snowballs missed. Oh man, our snowballs were missing significantly there. Okay, let's go ahead and heal again. Good grief.
right on time.
That's the worst attack. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and heal. Okay, there we go. Oh, I dodged at the wrong time. We're dead. See ya. Louis pointing. Did you see him pointing? He's pointing! He was pointing! Oh my goodness. Louis, what are you doing? Oh my
you're okay.
goodness. Oh man. Oh Louis, you never cease to amaze me, dude. What were you pointing at? Oh jeez. Oh my goodness. I have no idea what he was doing. I will never understand that at all. Wow, that was one for the books. One for your little books, Louis. Alright, let's see if there's anybody else out there in Vane Land who wants to try their luck here. I mean, we know we can one-shot the dude. That's not the important part.
You ready?
The important part is, can you beat him with something other than a one-shot, at these higher levels? And is this equipment good enough to actually even set yourself up for that? Well, looks like there might not be anybody.
That's a solid start.
So we'll just go for it. Okay, this is the run. This is the run. Okay. Go for some snowballs there. That's good. Now we have extra ice damage. Snowball time. Oh, we got a lot of snowballs on him there. Oh my goodness, what? That lightning quick damage. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, let's go ahead and heal up while we can. Oh man, Louis, I give you that one. I definitely give you that one. Well, should we one-shot him? What do you think, Rivers? Do we go for the one-shot?
I say you never lose as long as you have the will to fight.
Thanks, Louis. Well, we'll see here. Alright. We'll go for the one shot. We can't use the Bloody Snow. Gotta use the Libertador. And again, we can pick other things here. So we'll go for any Blood Bale, it doesn't really matter. And we can keep Louis, that's fine. It's still plenty of damage. Because he gives us overdrive, and his communal still gives us 50%, so we're only about 12 or 12% or so below what Jack would give us, but it's still plenty damage. Okay, we've had enough of the Gilded Hunter this evening. Thank you for trying to play with our snowballs, buddy. So let's go ahead and get all of our items going. This. Let's see, we have strength and willpower, that's fine. But now we want to go for mind and willpower, since the Libertador scales exceptionally well off of both mind and willpower. So we go for all those, and we'll go for Louis. Alright, and do this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. Alright, and then we gotta do 1, 2, 3, and then we go for Radiant Barrel, and then we go for this, and we walk in, and we say hi. Oh man, that is just such a fabulous thing. That you can struggle so hard doing snowballs forever and ever, and then you just run in and do that, and it's all over complete. So yeah, there we go. We got the one shot on him. I wanted to do snowballs, but I'll always take a one shot any day at these higher levels, because it's thanks, Rivers. that was pretty nice. I am just so happy that they changed up Radiant Barrel to be really good, instead of just kind of a knockdown utility weapon, or um, what is that? Kind of a gift. You know, this way it actually is very, very useful, and you can just dominate basically everyone. Um, so, yeah. Okay, well, I think we've had enough here. Thanks, Rivers, for joining me. Let's go pick up our haze. We will
Glad that's recovered.
pick up next time in the City of the Falling Flame, and we'll try and go for some different things there instead of just the flame invincibility, just to show some different builds along the way. So yeah, thank you for coming, thank you for joining, thank you for watching the pain of it all here. So we will pick up next time in the city. Thanks for coming along. How do I end this?